This is Yorba Linda High School, one of the newer high schools in Orange County. And the Yorba Linda football stadium, it's really one of the more scenic ones we've seen in Orange County. And this team is getting ready to play the biggest game in their brief football history. They're going to go down south and play Tustin High School in a very crucial Empire League game on Friday. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to OCVarsity.com for the Gridiron Show. I'm Steve Fryer here with Carlos Arias and Dan Albano and John Khamis, the Magic Man, doing the tough knocks, all the great videos behind the camera with us. Guys, it's week 5. It's basically a bye week for a lot of teams. I think only 4 teams in the county top 10 are playing. But a pretty good game that is on the schedule. Among the better games is Yorba Linda against Tustin. Yorba Linda right behind us getting ready to play Tustin. I guess this has got to be the biggest game in the short history of Yorba Linda. This is their first year with seniors. They're 5-0, 1-0 in league. Tustin's 3-2, 1-0 in league. Tustin's 2 losses are to Upland and Orange Lutheran, both who are 5-0 football teams. So you look at Tustin's schedule, just be aware of that. Now, it looks like a pretty good matchup. Just go ahead and go with the predictions right here. I think Tustin still has that running game and all those things, as long as they don't turn the ball over, which is a Tustin bugaboo early on in every gosh darn season, fellas. I still think that Tustin is going to win this football game, but Yorba Linda is going to make it a close game. But I'm going with the Tillers. Dan?
I know. I think Tustin's going to win the game as well, but I have a sneaky feeling that Yorba Linda playing this schedule with I think they beat 2 teams that don't have any victories yet. They haven't played a very tough schedule, but I have a sneaky feeling that they're going to be very competitive in this game. It's going to be a close game for Tustin. I don't think Tustin is not quite right this year. But though Tyler Sadinsky got rolling last week with over 200 yards against Kennedy, but something's not all clicking. I know Tustin's had some injuries at quarterback, but I think this will be a good game. Alex Bernstein, very good quarterback here at Yorba Linda.
Carlos, what's your take on this one?
Well, you know, Jeff Bailey a few years ago took El Dorado all the way to the championship, and he's one of the good guys in Orange County. I really like him. His guys are always prepared. He's very knowledgeable, gets them ready. This is the kind of program that's going to build up and become one of the good ones, I think, in the county. Are they ready for Tustin this week? That's a big question, and I think the answer is not yet. Not yet. I mean, Tustin is bad news. They're just going to ram the ball at them, ground and pound all day. Tyler Sadinsky, I mean, that kid he's nails.
Well, like last year when we played them, they're just dominating us just with their strength and everything. And I think this year we're bigger, we're seniors now, and we're actually like really pumped rather than last year going into this game. And you know, we're going to battle back with our strength too and our speed, and we're going to come at them with everything we got.
We're a tough team. We had a great offseason. We lifted hard. If we can beat them, then I think we have a good chance of getting a league, but that's the last thing we're worried about. We just got to worry about Tustin this week and battle through it.
I think right now the Empire League goes through Tustin and to win a league, but they're battle-tested playing Orange Lutheran and those guys, and I don't think we've played those kinds of teams, but you know, we're going to give them a show, and we're going to show up and do our best.
A couple other quick games going on this week. One that kind of intrigues me is El Toro against Garden Grove. Okay, Garden Grove's not what they were, you know, last couple years.
Yeah, I almost had that one last week. Lost on a late touchdown run against Catello, but man, Garden Grove almost pulled that one out.
Yeah, I guess Grove meets Mrs. Josh Webb just a little bit, maybe.
Just a little bit, yeah. I mean, they've been on such a great roll, you know, 2 of the best years ever in Garden Grove history, with the CIF title last year. But I mean, it's hard to to keep doing it 3 years in a row. So I think they're going to have a hard time with Connor Manning, who's second leading passer in Orange County, over about 1,200 yards. He's on quite a roll because he wasn't on fire in his first game against Huntington Beach. He's going to give Garden Grove a lot to handle.
El Toro's got a lot of experience. They played a lot of young guys last year, so I mean that's another thing that goes in their favor too.
All right, here's a good Empire League game. You know, we talked about Yorba Linda Tustin being an Empire League game. Cypress and Western. Now, you might be thinking right away Cypress, but I saw Western play against Coronel Del Mar. They lost by a point. They have athletes, man. I tell you, this kid, Marcus Hayes, pretty gosh darn good football player, blocked a punt, went over and picked it up, ran 77 yards with it. You know, they hand him the ball. It's almost like a Josh Webb sort of thing. You know, they're handing him the ball, they're throwing it to him, all kinds of stuff. You know, I like Cypress, the line 6 fellas, you know, in that game, but I think Western might give him a push. Cypress, Dan?
You know, I'll take Cypress in this game. I like Bug Rivera, Vincent Rivera, the running back at Cypress. I think he leads the county right now in touchdowns with 16 touchdowns. Cypress has won 4 in a row after losing their season opener down at the Mission Viejo Showcase. But I think it's good for Orange County football. I think you guys would agree. that Western's back playing some big games. They've had some tough years. I've seen some of their tough losses in the Empire League. Sure. It's good for Toby Howe and the Pioneers to be back playing some good ball.
Cypress also?
You know what? You guys kind of got me thinking Western right now. I mean, come on, Marcus Hayes, that's like a Josh Webb situation. Yeah. You know, in this division, in this league, one guy can make a big difference like that. So I'm going to go with the Pioneers, man. Let's go, Toby. Come on.
All right. Pios, the pick for Carlos, okay. And then one last one I just want to throw at you guys. I think Estancia's pretty good. You know, they're scoring a lot of points. They got Murtha back there, running back. Not so bad. They're playing a pretty good team in Beckman. That's 2-2. Beckman's lost to what? Tustin. Played a pretty good schedule. I think this one's almost a coin flip. But because the way the Eagles have played the last couple of weeks, I'm going to go with a little bit of an upset there. I'm picking Estancia in this game.
Whoa, I think the coin flip is a matter of how big the win's going to be for Beckman. I mean, right. Beckman's like a title contender, man. Are we saying Estancia is a title contender?
I think they might be able to pull something off here. I know the Pacific Coast League is the big bad animal in that Southern Division. You know, Coronel Del Mar is the best team in the division by a good measure. But I think Estancia might fool somebody in this one because I think that Murtha kid's pretty solid.
I like Murtha. He's a very good running back, and they have a good offensive line. But I think Beckman beat them in the playoffs last year, and I think Beckman's been a little bit slow starter this year. But I think a lot of people think that they're the best team in the Southern Division. So they were the runner-ups last year narrowly to Garden Grove. So I think Beckman gets the victory.
Yeah, well,
Beckman should have won that game last year if it wasn't for Spider-Man. I mean, Josh Webb had to pull off a miraculous touchdown. So yeah, Beckman's legit, man.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. I'm doing your act by going off on the flank on this thing, man. Rescue me. I'm not hanging out with you. It's like troubling me.
Sorry, getting a little punchy.
It's contagious. Okay, so that's a quick look at this week's games. It's week 5 here in the football season. It's been a pretty fun year so far. Next week, we got a lot more teams going to league games. So a lot of guys just taking a rest or just getting ready for league. So it's going to be a pretty fun week of football again here at OCVarsity.com, where we've got you covered.